Hello again. Today we're going to do Module 3, Lesson 18. We're going to solve two-step word problems involving all four operations and assess the reasonableness of the solutions. So remember, solution is a fancy word for answer. And to assess the reasonableness, that means that you're going to figure out if the answer makes sense. If it's a good, reasonable answer or if it's way off and doesn't make any sense. And what is operations? The four operations are addition is one, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you're going to be doing all four things. Okay? Alright, here we go. Let's start with this. Now, Joe has $173 in the bank. He earns the same amount of money each week for 7 weeks and puts his money in the bank. Now Joe has, not $20, he has $208, even more money. Okay, now Joe has $208. How much money does Joe earn in each week? Okay, now they asked us to draw a model to show what we're going to do. Now, tape diagrams, they're pretty simple to make for a model, so let's make a tape diagram. Okay, now, what do we know? We know how much he has in the bank right here. We know that after 7 weeks, now he suddenly has this much money. So we got to figure out how much he has. Okay, so if we put this over here, this part right here would be the amount that's already in the bank account. Okay, this is how much he started with. So apparently he's probably been saving for quite a while. Now, 7 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each one of these pieces, these little pieces, is for this each 7 weeks. Okay, so I know that the total amount was $208. Okay? But what is the part we don't know? We don't know this part right here, do we? So let's call this part M. We don't know how much he makes in 7 weeks. But could we figure that out by subtraction? Sure we could. But what is it that we really want to know? How much money does Joe earn in each week? Which part of my diagram do we want to know? We want to know how much each one of these little pieces are. I want to know how much is in that yellow piece. Okay, I want to know how much is in each one, but I can't do that because this is all divided, but I don't know what my total is. How could I find what M is? Well, I look at the picture on the outside. Okay, so I know the total here is 208, and I know that a big chunk of it is 173. So, what do you think? Should I add or subtract? I think I'm going to subtract because I want to know what this other part is. This is like a number bond right here, where this is 208, and I have 173 here, and this is the one we don't know. This is our M right here. We don't know how much this is. We know that this plus this is going to get this. When you have one empty, you need to subtract. 208, take away 173. Okay, make sure you have this takeaway sign. 8, take away 3, what is that? That's a 5. 0, take away 7. Absolutely impossible. We need to regroup. But make it a 10. Alright, 10 take away 7 is a 3. And was it 1? Take away 1 is a 0. Okay, so now I know that this whole is 35. Okay. So now that I know that this part right here is 35, then I can, if I divide it into 7 groups, how much is each group? Well, let's make this one be a W, or how much he earns in 1 week. Okay? Now, I want to find out what a W is. So I'm going to say 35 divided into how many pieces? 7 pieces. It's going to give me a W. Okay? Let's do that. Oh, I can do that because I know that 35 divided by 7 is 5. So W is 5. But wait, what was it? How much money does Joe earn each week? Joe earns, make your statement, earns $5 each week. Now, we've done the problem, the two-step problem. First we subtracted and then we divided. Okay, that's good, but we're not done. We have to figure out if it's reasonable or not. So, well, if we say this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, sure, that one makes sense. But is 35 a good number? What do you think? I think 35 is because we know that this plus this is going to give us this. So is $5 each week? Is that a good number? Is it reasonable? Does it make sense? Yes, it does. All right, these are the kinds of problems that you're going to be doing today. You have just a few to do. Remember, you're going to have, if you need to show a model, use a tape diagram. If you need to, use a number bond to help you see it so you can understand it. Then I always want a statement. I want a written statement at the very end that says what happened. I don't want just a label. I want a written statement. All right. Good luck. Have a good night.